Put on your seatbelt. Not for what's going on out there, what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about the frequency of money and what's going on, how it relates to our global challenge, and I'm going to talk to you about that frequency and how you can change something today that could absolutely shift any struggle that you have with money and put you in a place where you will see your world differently, and what you do in here affects that out there. Are you ready to do it? This is powerful. It's big. Something to really think about. You ready to shift? Let's do it. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break past the fears and live an amazing life. Are you a breakthrough fear student? Then you know how to handle everything that's going on out there. My students gave me 5 stars across the board. Why? How amazing. Could you live in this world, if you could learn how to live in this world, even with the fear, because we are human, we are experiencing it, and not allow it to affect you? Your whole world would shift. But we're going to talk about something I want to really blow your mind here. Now, some of you might think this is nothing new. I want you to really think about this one. And if you do what I share with you today, I guarantee you, you'll shift into something pretty amazing. All right, you ready? Everything is a reflection of in here. We are a collective consciousness constantly manifesting what's out there. You manifest both for your own personal reality, so you get to choose your higher or lower frequency. That in turn creates or affects the collective consciousness. It then is affected by each individual's choices. That's how we create a collective. So the collective could go up, it could go down, according to how many people, individual energy fields, contribute whatever they're contributing at the time. This is how we change our future. This is why all my predictions are that we're totally in control, that anything beautiful and amazing can happen, and that if you saw my one prediction, I got a message, this cannot be stopped. We are already going into awakening. Enough people are going into it, and that has tipped the scales. Now, it doesn't mean everybody's going to do that, because we still get to choose. Because of this collective choice that we have made, what are the 2 most important things in people's lives? Come on, just 2. Health and wealth, right? What do people put the most emphasis on in this material world that we experience? Health. Yeah, don't have your health, no money in the world's going to help you. I know people like that right now would do anything, give all the wealth in the world to get their health back. Second thing, well, you can be healthy, but if you are broke and you struggle constantly, life can really be uncomfortable. But you're in control of that, right? So why would I not have money in abundance when I know I'm creating that? Now, health, wealth, all of this has meaning. It has purpose for you. So you may be going through some of these things to experience breakthroughs for yourself. So your health and your wealth, these are not punishments for you. They're gifts. They're reflections of what you're thinking. And you have to look at you and say, what is that thought that's creating ill health? Lower frequency, that curls up your DNA and it lowers your immune system. This is a fact. And so you can become susceptible to being ill. So are you thinking negative thoughts? Are you limiting yourself? Second thing, what's that money frequency? What are we going to talk about today that's going to be so friggin' powerful? I want you to think about this, because we do have a collective thousands of years thinking things, and we're still spewing the same garbage back when it comes to money. What do most people think about money? Because let's face it, what is it? 1% of the world's money is, I'm saying, we got 1% control the world money. 1%. How is that possible? That's insane. Why? Because now the collective has been programmed to believe that it is bad to have money, that money is bad, money is corrupt, and that if you have money, that you are now in that category of people who's selfish or lower frequency. The financial industry, it's bad, negativity, money. These people are making, somebody just made a comment on my channel. Those people are making millions. So can you. Why do you care? Because that whole comment was, that's a bad thing. No. Our frequency is not based on how much money we have. It's what we do with everything in our lives. It's what we do with our bodies if we treat it well and make it healthy. It's what we do with money if we treat it well and share it. It's what we believe and think about everything. There's nothing wrong with money. Money is what we use right now. In fact, if we changed how we think about money, not only would everybody be wealthy, we wouldn't need it anymore. I want you to really think about that. If we changed how we thought about money and stopped believing that it was negative and evil, we would not only have abundance, all of us, we wouldn't need money. Here's the second thing I want to share with you. Is this you? Was that 85% of the people out there despise their jobs? They are connecting negativity with how they earn money. 85% of the population, the working population, has a negativity directly connected to earning money. Lower frequency, negativity on money. And then the same people who are financially struggling, turn around and make comments all the time. I'm not going to have those millionaires and most of those millionaires were like you. If you're broke, if you're struggling, they were like you. Right? So many of them have been broke, and now we as a collective look at them and say, oh, now they're wealthy, they're negative, they're this. It's not the money. It's what the person does with it. Quit blaming the money. You are now putting negative energy into money, and that's coming back to you. Not me. I think money's amazing. Yay! Because I know that when I earn money, I'm not hurting somebody else to do that. I'm making higher decisions. I always put thought behind it. And I always know that the money I earn takes away from nobody. Do you really think that if you made a ton of money, somebody else wouldn't have it? That's insane. Money's money. It's just abundance. I just did a video on I have, and you shall receive more. That's in the Bible. I have. In other words, those who are abundant, those who do have money, those who do have health, those who do have all these amazing things, relationships and stuff, that believe they have, receive more. That's the Bible saying that, not me. Those who have not will lose what they have. Why? Because abundance is positive if you place a positive frequency on it. If you think it's bad to be abundant, which includes money, it's usually money related, then that is exactly what your message is to the universe. Does this freaking blow your mind? If you're doing this, I hope a bell just went off. I hope a big explosion went off and you realized, oh my gosh, I am connecting my own negative thoughts to money and people with money and judging. And now you're judging. Those millionaires, I'm not making so-and-so millions. Why not? Make it for yourself. That is you separated, and and that's judgment, and you are now way lower than they are. They're just out making money. I know a lot of very wealthy people that have done unbelievably amazing things that broke people can't because they just don't have the money, the funds to do it. Now we can do amazing things without any money. But don't go into that. That's that mindset. I don't need money to do good things. Okay. Fine. If you like struggling to pay your bills, because right now we're going through this. And I want to have this talk because a lot of you are going to go through this or already are or are friggin' petrified. And I don't want you to go into that space because I do not want anybody to ever suffer again because it's not necessary. You never have to struggle. I have. There is nothing wrong with money. Money flows. What is wrong with money? And I can have a lot of money. How am I getting the money? How am I sharing the money? How am I treating the money? Now that has nothing to do with money. That has to do with you. I know people that do nasty stuff that have no money, but they're broke, so that makes it okay. No. Money has nothing to do with what you do out there and what you're feeling in here. It has nothing to do with it. It's the frequency that you place on it, your beliefs and thoughts that you place on it that makes money a low frequency. And so you will never, ever, it's impossible for you to receive financial abundance because you're in that space and you're manifesting the opposite of what you think you want. If you tell me you want money and you've got that attitude and you're saying that stuff, don't take my prosperity course. I have a 30-day prosperity course. I will guarantee you. How do I know? Because I see it. I see people all excited and they do have the 9 things and they're like the 9 things they have to do every single day. Because you cannot be a wealthy person thinking broke. Imagine what you could do with wealth. You could provide for your family. You could help a lot of people out there that will be struggling, who need that extra boost. Show them that they hold that power too. We're not here to patch everything. That's a world that we've lived in, is that throw some money at it. Don't tell people that they're powerful. And that's how the higher structures that don't use money in a positive way have operated. And then there's higher structures that are operating on amazing ways, saying, we're going to empower these people so that they will stop thinking of abundance and money as something that eludes them or isn't they're not good enough for. Every single person watching this could be a millionaire. Did you know that? Every single person on this planet could be a millionaire. That's how much money we have on the planet. That's a fact. Why is it not happening? We're believing and thinking that money is negative. We're believing and thinking that we have to rely on somebody else for it. We're not working for ourselves. We're not creating. When you stop creating, your DNA coils up, you get sick. That's a fact. You lower your immune system. So we have a lot of people worrying out there. I'm going to get the I won't say it, virus. And then so they set themselves up for it. And I'm broke and I'm worried about this. And then they're setting themselves up for it. You're creating that. I'm constantly manifesting through that thought. If you associate negativity with your job and earning money, you are placing negative energy on money. Instead of saying, I can change this. I'm going to go into a creative space that I love and love what I do for a living. As much as you possibly can, because there's going to be challenges. What if I came over here and decided I wasn't going to do it? Because this is your life. You're not going to be here long. It's amazing. It could be absolutely amazing. You know, I quit my 20-some year investment banking career a few years ago to go learn skills to get completely out of the financial industry. I mean, I got so far away from it, it wasn't funny. In fact, I went and got internet marketing skills. This is what you guys see all the time. You see me pointing here all the time. Why? Because it's empowered me. And it's empowering thousands of people. Why did I do it? I had none of those skills. I went to college. I'm a writer. I used to do speeches for political candidates, and I wrote on Capitol Hill as an intern. There's amazing things that I did, but none of them I did for a living. Instead, I was doing something that I really didn't resonate with anymore. And by the way, financial industry, it's not a bad thing. It's just antiquated. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for the whole. It doesn't work for the many. Because the many are still thinking that they have to put their money into stocks and bonds and all these things and let others control it. We hand our control over to other people. And then stuff like this happens and somebody tells you your portfolio's gone. So you're never feeling in control of the money. Money's bad. It's evil. I work for a living doing something I hate to get money, negativity. I hand my money over to somebody, I lost my portfolio. Money is controlled by other people. Everything we think in our society places money in a negative frequency. It's time to stop this. This is not some pyramid thing. This is an education. Educate yourself. Whatever you want to do, what can you do to put a positive spin on how you earn money? How can you start thinking of money as a positive thing? Can you look at money out there and the people who have it and quit judging them and just saying, it's not the money. That's a person, that's a person, that's a person. I'm not going to judge any of it. What am I going to do? Stop the judgment now. It's harming you if you're doing it. It's taking you down. It makes you. He without sin cast the first stone. That's in the Bible, right? The person who keeps saying, I'm anxious and can we stop dictating to each other how you should act this way and you should speak this way and you should wear your lipstick this way? Stop the madness. Stop the madness. Be whoever you want to be and allow others to be who they are. Money is not a bad thing. Money is empowering. In fact, if people who are doing good things had more money, we could change a lot of things right now. And we're doing it because we're shifting our thoughts about our own power and our own ability to be abundant. Are you ready? Are you ready to do this? If you shift how you believe money functions and start shifting into how people function, money is a byproduct of all of that. That's all it is. It's a piece of paper that gets you things. And if you don't need the things, so a lot of people are like, I have to have the things, I have to have this, I have to that, and then I can be a good person. No, you be a good person now. You give now. I am helping other people. I am making a difference, and all of a sudden, money starts flowing. Because it's no longer something that you have to get, that I don't have it. If I had the money, if I hear this woman, I could do this, I would help people, I would help the homeless. You can do that right now. All of it. And you can just say, the money flows whenever I need it, it's always here. And people are going to say, oh yeah, you talk a good line while we're out there without jobs. This is how we end this. I'm not saying that people aren't going to go through struggle. I'm saying that you personally can change your world, how you think about it, and then your results will change. And if we all do that and stop running around in fear about money, we can shift and dissolve the things that are in place that don't work. They're dissolving right now anyways. Our health and how we think about money have always been two negative things. And right now, what are we? A lot of people are broke and sick. That's a reflection of how we think as a society. We worry about this. Time to stop worrying. Raise your frequency. How do we do that, Landria? I have a lot of classes. You can go down in the description. But here's how it works. You can start right now. Right now. And ask yourself how you think about money. Money is not the issue. It's how I'm thinking about it. And what I'm doing for a living. Am I doing something negative that I don't love? And I connect it to the money. Double whammy. You can change that. It's time to make some serious decisions. And I know it seems tough, but let me ask you this. Is it a good place? Does it feel good to be worrying about your health and your money? And your job and hating your job? That doesn't feel good either. I know, it's like, it's easy to go back to that. We can't. It's gone. Good, yay. We created this. Why? Because we're done. We're done with feeling bad about all of that. We're ready to feel good and say, everybody should be abundant. We should never have people worried about their food or electricity. None of that. You can change that, and it has nothing to do with the government, and it has nothing to do with rich people or anything else. We have to take responsibility. It starts with me, not in any kind of protest, not in any kind of violence, not in fighting anything, in creating this peace. And my actions and thoughts will go to only that which serves myself and others well. Because you got to take care of you. And again, if you're going back, you should not be taking money, you should be giving. There you go. That's that. I can't be abundant and you can be abundant. You can choose. If you want to be broke, that's okay. It's your choice. But I have the feeling that it would feel really good for you to never worry about money again. And I guarantee you, think about this, if we all were making a ton of money, we wouldn't need it if we were functioning on the high frequency with it. Down here, we'd be getting it from each other. And that's how we've been functioning now. If we have a high frequency, we're like, don't bother paying me, I'll just give you this. And I'll give you this, and I'll give you, because there's so much food and so many resources and so much, assistance to build homes and all these, there's just tons of it out there that we can all have it. So money won't be necessary. But it starts with us getting out of that whole system that's been so negative and struggle. All we do is struggle to get money, 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 and then we get sick. This whole thing is a reflection of that. Sick of work. I'm sick of this, I'm sick of that, and we got sick. Separating ourselves, blaming people, we are separate. The money system and the rich people, and they're all negative, and now we're all going into that space where we're seeing the repercussions of what we think about it. We can change this.